Thanks for joining us once again on what is now our 51st session of the Call of Cthulhu classic, The Masks of Nyarlathotep. Let's get straight to it. That Keeper of Arcane Lore.
Nazir Ahmed al-Dahabi stands in his office before you, a tall man in his late 50s, dressed in a tailored linen suit that speaks of Cairo's old intellectual class. His posture is rigid, his expression grim. A pair of wire-rimmed glasses rests on the bridge of his nose, and his eyes, sharp, dark and tired, regard you with intense scrutiny. "The Brotherhood," he says, almost to himself, then louder. "That name should not be spoken here." He stands, walks to the window, and looks out over the courtyard where patients sit quietly beneath the arches. His voice is low now, almost reverent. "If what you say is true, then you are not tourists, and this place is no longer safe. You have 1 hour. After that, I will deny ever meeting you. Follow me." He doesn't speak again until you are outside. The courtyard fades away into the baking sunlight behind you. The arches of the mosque cast curved shadows across the dusty street. The Nazir walks ahead without ceremony. His pace is brisk, his posture is stiff with purpose. You follow him across the narrow street, past a handful of shops and a fruit vendor hawking his wares. The dust sticks in your throats. His private office is tucked away behind a faded wooden door beneath a crumbling archway. No sign marks it. He unlocks it with a large brass key, glancing over his shoulder toward you as he does so, before hastily bundling you inside. Inside, the room is dim and cool, with precious little light seeping in through the wooden shutters. Books line the walls, medical texts, histories, a few volumes in French and Arabic with cracked spines. The Nazir lights a table lamp, casting a pool of amber light over a desk cluttered with papers, maps, and a half-finished cup of tea gone cold. He gestures for you all to sit, then closes the door behind you with a quiet finality. "This is not a conversation I will have in the mosque. There are too many ears." He sits across from you, folding his hands. You can see that the skepticism remains in his eyes. The distrust is obvious. "You say the Brotherhood still exists. Then you must understand what that means, what it asks of those who know. Tell me, what do you know, and what have you seen?"
We've travelled the world, and in various places we've come across a series of what appear to be interconnected cults. We last came across the Brotherhood themselves in London, and our investigations led us to here. We believe that the Brotherhood is searching for some ancient artifacts with some nefarious purpose, perhaps summoning some ancient power. We believe, our researchers suggest, that one of those items may be in your possession, hidden here at the mosque. And we know that the Brotherhood want that item, and we suspect that they may know that it's here. Certainly, your mosque is being watched, and we suspect by the Brotherhood. We intend to try and thwart the Brotherhood's plans, which is why we approached you with a view to securing the girdle.
He raises an eyebrow. "The girdle?"
Girdle of the night.
He shakes his head. "I have not heard of such a thing. Should I have?"
Our researchers suggest that it was discovered in the late 1800s and taken to a mosque, what was this building, or by a scholar of Islam.
"You have done much research. I do not know who you are, or why you are here, but I am afraid none of what you have read is true."
Queen Nitocris? She does not exist. Did not exist.
Nitocris? She did, many thousands of years ago, but
These are said to have belonged to her.
This is really of no consequence to me here. I do not know how you have come by this information, but I must disappoint you. We are aware of the Black Pharaoh cult that exists here, but I do not know anything of this girdle or how Queen Nitocris has any relevance to us.
If this is the case, why would you be being watched? What significance do you have for the Brotherhood?
Do you know the Brotherhood watch us?
Yes. We've heard from several sources that is the case, and I've observed them myself.
I do not know why, if it is them, that they watch us. I have no understanding of that.
Is it possible that the girdle or some artifact could still be here, perhaps in some disused part of the building, or a cellar or a catacomb?
I fear no. I know this building like the back of my hand, and I would know if such a thing were here. Why do the Brotherhood want the girdle?
Well, what we understand, they've been seeking other items which, either individually or together, have occult power, perhaps to summon an ancient god or open a channel of communication to an ancient god. We fear that they may have, I think, 2 of the items potentially already, and the girdle may be the one that they need to begin their plans.
Takes off his glasses and rubs his eye. How have you come across this knowledge? What is your interest in all of this?
As I said at the outset, Nazir, we wish to thwart the cult.
Why?
Because
they're
they
seeking to end the world and bring their god to walk across it.
How do you know that?
Because we've seen it. We've seen what they're capable of.
Got quite a few fellas in London, and that's exactly what they wanted.
My God.
And these boys have been in, these boys, seeing the same thing in New York. They're travelled. We know.
And we've lost dear friends and colleagues to the Brotherhood.
I'm sorry to hear that.
An element of revenge in terms of my own motives. But Lucky's right. What we're seeking to do is to thwart their plans there.
Mm. And
Clearly, the
how
idea of these bringing gods from another world into ours here is sounds fanciful. But at the very least, I'm sure you recognise the significance of power and belief and what people may do with this knowledge and how they can sway others to their cause and the damage that may ensue should they be able to do that.
If it's real or not, does it? They're willing to kill for it. They're willing to kill our friends. They're probably willing to kill you for it.
And they seem to believe that you have what they need.
You're obviously concerned enough to speak to us.
Concerned I am, of course. There are not so many who know that the Brotherhood still exists, but I'm no fool. I know that they do, and I know what they stand for. But as for this other artifact that we are supposedly holding here, I'm afraid that I can only disappoint you. If you were to help us, it would be in making the Brotherhood aware of the fact that we do not have such a thing.
You get the impression that he's being wholly truthful.
Everybody, I'll roll it. Yeah, you'll feel that. There's nothing really suspicious about the way he's speaking. Nothing about his body language that's making you feel any way untoward, or that there's anything is amiss. He seems concerned but genuine.
Well, that's the way I see it, fellas. One of 3 things is happening here. Either we're mistaken and our information was wrong and it's not here, or this fine gentleman is mistaken and it is here. He just doesn't know about it, or he's lying to us. Hiding somewhere. Which one of those 3 do you think's the most likely?
His eyes narrow. I do not take kindly to those aspersions being cast at me. Please remember where you are. You are a guest.
Nazir, our research suggests that the artifact was taken to this location in the 1800s to be guarded. We found nothing that suggests that it's been removed since. We sincerely believe it may still be here, hidden somewhere perhaps.
Perhaps you don't know it by the same name. Perhaps if we gave you a description of it, would it mean something more? It's a narrow, intricately linked gold chain with a large starstone ruby at the clasp. Does that sound familiar to anything that you've seen?
I'm afraid not. But say it was familiar to me, and say I did know where it were, and say in your researches were correct, then assuming all those things were correct, and I'm not saying that they are, but for the time being assuming that they are, how would I know How would anyone know that they could trust those who come in search of it, purporting to be wishing to help, when they could indeed be those who seek it for ill? How would one know?
Very fair question, sir.
And certainly we cannot argue against your logic.
Perhaps it's that logic, intelligence, wisdom, and faith that you need to use, Nazir.
Faith most of all, I guess.
I've had sorry, Wilfred. I've had this thought, and I've said this to a few people before. Look at the four of us. I mean, seriously. Look at this Bostonian fool here that I hang out with. All right, perhaps me and Lucky look a bit like peas in a pod. But how do the four of us go anywhere together and make any sense? No. We're bound together. We're bound together by a common purpose. We're bound together by the deaths. You can trust us. You can believe in us, just like we believe in each other. You know that. You're a smart man of God. Come on, help us out.
Thank you, Bert. That was exactly the point I was going to make. I mean, I certainly look out of place with you, Fellowman.
It is a fair point, and one well observed. However, I would counter with the minions of the Black Pharaoh are clever.
That rules us out, mate.
In truth, I do not know who I can trust and who I cannot outside of these walls.
Well, if you're looking for evidence of the activities of the Brotherhood, I'm only a recent acquaintance of these gentlemen. But you'll find 2 previous friends of theirs in the morgue at the hospital. Maybe you know people there that could provide you with some information as to how they died, because it was unnatural. I think they died by magic. And if that's the case, how did that happen? That's the kind of magic that would be cast by the Brotherhood. Why would they be casting it on us if we were Brotherhood ourselves?
I'm sorry to hear that you have lost friends. How did that happen? Why?
They think that they're getting too close. The idea was to get rid of everybody. 2 were unlucky. Some kind of beetle-type creature bit them, and they turned to husks overnight.
You see kind of colour drain from him temporarily. His eyes narrow.
They're not playing.
And I are the only survivors of that. I was bitten too. Jacob, God be praised, avoided it. But we lost 2 good friends that morning.
So they are aware of you here. They are aware of your presence. Is that right?
They are. They're watching. Same as they're watching you. It's only a matter of time before they try on you what they tried on us. You're not safe.
And you coming here will have increased the danger that we are all in?
No, you're in danger already. We've come to warn you.
Not. I believe you have. He looks at you all as kind of as if he's trying to weigh you up. It goes against my judgment, and maybe it is out of desperation more than hope, but something about you says that I should trust you. He smiles, kind of half smiles for the first time. I will do what I can to help you, but you must realise that it cannot leave here.
Well, if you think it's safe, then perhaps we can help protect it.
All we need is to be certain, absolutely certain, that it's safe. No ifs, no buts. 100%, right?
You have my word on that. It could not be safer.
Even if they know you've got it?
Whether they know or not, I would like to think that what stands between them acquiring it and them not acquiring it is something that there's a lot of faith here. I have many devoted followers, some of which have spent a good deal of their lives guarding what we talk about.
If you're hoping that you can fight off a physical attack, then that may be, you may have the bodies for that. But could you fight?
I don't think he's talking about physical attacks.
That's what I want to know. Do you have protective magics of your own that you could use to rebuff their attacks?
That is against the teachings of Allah. We do not indulge in such meddlings. Our faith is our shield, and so far it has proved to be enough.
I fear that you haven't encountered something like this before.
I have not, but I have heard tales. Are you saying that you feel that you are more able to perform the task for which we have been entrusted for
No.
more than two
No,
centuries? For almost 2 centuries.
I'm hoping that you've got more power than we do to protect it. I'm seeking reassurance. You seem very sure. I hope that's the case.
You seem to be well
We
informed.
don't wish to take it from you. If you think that this is the best place for it, well, I say we're on the same side. If there's anything we can do to help, then we will. But there are 3 items. We think they have 2, or at least have 1 and are close to gaining the second. This is the only one that we know that they don't have. So we either need to protect it ourselves or help you protect it so that they don't get everything.
How do you know that they possess the other 2?
I know that they possess at least 1. But I've also heard that there is a gentleman that goes by the name of the Scorpion who is looking for the girdle. We know that the crown is in their possession. The necklace has disappeared, but we think that they have it.
I too am aware that the crown was in their possession, but I have spoken to a merchant who corroborates the story of a madman who spends time here with us, and indeed spent time with the Carlisle expedition. Have you heard of the name Bassart?
Yes, the Frenchman.
Warren.
The Frenchman.
Bassart.
He sadly moves in and out of sanity. Have you seen him lately?
Yes.
We have, and he seemed to be in poor health, to say the least.
It's
Mostly
a shame.
out.
He comes here, we help him, but unfortunately when he is without our guidance, he falls into his old ways. Has he told you about his old life?
Yes.
So we are sure then that they have 2.
The necklace was stolen back in 23 from a smuggler named Hamad Al-Ghazari. I'm assuming that the people that stole it from him were the Brotherhood, which would mean they now have 2.
Bassart sold the crown to the Carlisle expedition. So are you aware of a connection between the Brotherhood and the Carlisle expedition?
Yes.
Tell me more.
I'll look to the other gentleman because this is not my history to tell.
I was going to be interested to hear his take on it, to be honest.
I know little really about the Carlisle expedition, but have always had my suspicions as to their motives. But seeing as is that what brought you here in the first place?
It is. We've been retracing the steps of the Carlisle expedition with a view to finding what happened to them. We're aware that Carlisle fell under the spell of some woman, potentially a priestess, Boone.
I presume that Bassart told you that.
Yes, although we've found mention of it elsewhere.
And also the Penhew Foundation that funds the expeditions and the Clive expedition, which is currently active.
And his recent discovery has been so mysteriously purloined from their dig.
Exactly so.
During his moments of lucidity here, Bassart has talked of many odd things. You mentioned Penhew. Bassart says that Sir Aubrey Penhew was mentally unstable, obsessed with a dream of becoming a pharaoh. And as you mentioned, that Carlisle himself was under the spell of a dark priestess. Boone is the name that he gave to us also. Did he mention Carlisle's dreams?
I don't recall him.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Bassart has told us that Carlisle was, even before leaving New York, was having dreams about being called to by some greater entity that promised to make him a god. It does not sound good.
Although it does not sound out of place in view of what we have learnt.
He's also told us wild stories, and I do not know which of these are true and which aren't, and which are simply manifestations of his current condition and his overindulgence in opium, but he tells wild stories about things he saw at Dashur and Giza. Has he mentioned those to you?
He wasn't entirely lucid when we spoke to him. There were some things that he said that we didn't entirely follow. Perhaps you've had the benefit of talking to him in a more lucid moment.
Well, he has told us, again, we have only had snippets from him, but he says that his condition was a result of some horrible rites that he saw at Giza, and that the Carlisle expedition some of their members were involved.
He did rant about that. It does make sense.
Mm.
What we don't know is why the Carlisle expedition left for Africa. Did Bassart mention anything about that?
Exactly where they did.
No, we do not know either, but my understanding or my fear is that the Carlisle expedition, they spent time digging at Dashur. They have stirred something there, some ancient evil that followed them to Kenya and ultimately cost them all their lives. Do you know about the Bent Pyramid at Dashur?
We've heard of it.
The Black Pharaoh is rumoured to be buried in the Bent Pyramid. Although his legendary burial chamber has never been found, I believe it was this that the Carlisle expedition were looking for. They found something, but I do not know where that fits in with the artifact or the missing body of Queen Nitocris, or indeed the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh here in Egypt.
One theory that we do have is that these three artifacts could be used to try to resurrect Queen Nitocris, and then she could be used to contain, charm, influence whatever is in the Bent Pyramid, if indeed that is the original Black Pharaoh.
Or stand
Or something
alongside
else.
it.
Mm.
Your theory is no theory. It is truth. She can be brought back, and the adornments of Nitocris are required to perform this rite. If they have two, they need but the final one to conduct this. And if this is their plan, as I have feared, then whatever dwells within the Bent Pyramid is behind it. Maybe the Carlisle expedition learns too much, and ultimately that costs them their lives.
Who do you think may have taken their lives? What? The things that the
Bassart.
Brotherhood are trying to bring back.
Bassart talks of being rescued where after his experiences at Giza, being rescued by a wise woman called Nuri,
Mm.
who lives in a village, a small village called Kamar, in the Giza Plateau. She told him that the Carlisle expedition had awoken the messenger of the Black Wind, and that their souls were lost. Although these wise women are treated as mad, insane, even figures of humour, you would be foolish to disregard their knowledge. Nuri is known to me, and her knowledge of such things I respect. Brotherhood have even got to her, however. She is horribly disfigured, following an attack by some of their minions. Price she has paid for knowing too much.
There's sad news.
Where else have you been since you arrived here?
I've been helping my friends as I have access to the museum. Most of my skills involve researching and through all the ancient texts. That is where we found most of the clues to the ancient knowledge.
So you were aware of Nitocris?
We are. We've largely focused around Cairo itself rather than ranging any further afield.
Giza, for example. We've not been there yet.
Or Dashur.
Or further south.
I've been to both.
Now we are beginning to understand each other and hopefully share what we know. It still leaves the question, what do you want from us?
Well,
If you are here, are you here to thwart the Brotherhood?
we're here to destroy the Brotherhood.
With all due respect, there are only 4 of you.
We'll accept thwart.
What makes you believe you won't be just others in the long line of those the Brotherhood destroy as they stand in their way? You have already told me that you have lost friends.
What's the
That is
alternative? Turn away and wait for them to win? We fight until we can't fight.
We've already had a measure of success in New York and also in London.
It is admirable.
I've only recently joined these gentlemen, but I have known about the Brotherhood all my life. It's only when good people join together they can defeat this evil.
I cannot deny that. But so, what is your plan?
I do have an idea, but I can't believe I'm about to say it, given what I've been doing all my life, nearly. Working with ancient artifacts, ancient tomes, and how precious they are. But if we cannot prevent the Brotherhood eventually from gaining access, possessing the necklace, could we put it beyond use.
It cannot be destroyed.
Has it been tried? Has that been attempted before?
It has. It cannot be destroyed by man or mundane means. We do not have the power to destroy it.
Or maybe
By
that's
woman?
something we could investigate. Maybe there are other means to destroy it.
Non-mundane means.
It'd be tempting to take it across the ocean and throw it overboard in a sack full of stones.
These things have a way of returning to the surface, though, don't they?
It would fall into the mouth of a whale that would then be hunted, and it would appear off the shores of another continent and make its way back.
I cannot sanction the movement of the item.
Well, then you better make sure it's safe. It's the one thing that stands between them and their objectives. It would seem that if we can't make it safer, then our next step would be to see whether we can retrieve the ones that they already have in their possession to disrupt them further, or weaken them so that they can't attack you.
My belief would be that the girdle is safer where it is currently than if I were to hand it to you.
I don't doubt it.
Especially when now you have told me that the Brotherhood are aware of you and follow you and have already killed 2 of your friends. It would seem that folly to place something so precious in your hands, and I do not mean to disrespect you with that, but it would be almost like handing it directly to them.
We just wanted to know that it was there and not in the wind. I think we might be reassured, gentlemen. What do you think?
But I do concur that your idea of recovering potentially some of the other items would be a good one.
You know where they might be held?
I have my suspicions, but I do not know.
We'll take a suspicion and run with it.
Nyarlathotep was the last pharaoh of the 6th dynasty. She was a servant of the Black Pharaoh, who brought his cult back to prominence during her lifetime. Although her life, and indeed her death, is shrouded in mystery, legend has it that she took her own life in supplication to the Black Pharaoh after committing many heinous acts in his name. The Great Sphinx at Giza was said to be the location of hideous rituals held by Queen Nyarlathotep, and rumours still persist to this day that the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh conduct their rites there periodically. I have heard local whisperings that many cowled figures have been seen making their way across the sands. The figures are said to come primarily from the north, where the cotton plantations are situated on the banks of the Nile, and always happen around the dark of the moon.
Which is when Bassart was there at Giza.
If I were inclined to do so, and I was searching for the items, I would suggest that there is some sort of temple, and I would imagine that the items would be kept there. And equally, if the third item were to be gained, I would also guess that would be the location of the rite that would be performed to bring her back.
We heard rumours of passages under the Sphinx. Is that something you've heard of?
Again, there are rumours of many of these type of things, but no one has ever found them, or have they? No one alive has ever found them and come back to tell of them. There is no smoke without fire.
What was the name of the gentleman on the Clive expedition that you thought had some knowledge of buildings, of things under the Sphinx?
You're not asking me that.
I wasn't asking the other, not you.
Yeah, you're asking us, we just don't know.
I'll put my finger on it.
It was the drunkard's friend, wasn't it?
William? James Gardner? Not William at all?
I do not know the names of any of those archaeologists, I'm afraid.
James Gardner was part of the Clive expedition.
The simple questions are: what happened? What goes on? What goes on at Giza? Why has the mummy disappeared from there? What is there? And also, what is in the Bent Pyramid?
Are you suggesting we perhaps should investigate those areas?
Oh, no, please. I'm not suggesting anything. I would not wish to send you to your deaths. I'm simply telling you what I know. If I were a younger and more worldly wide man who was as motivated as you are to put this thing to an end, then that's where I would start looking. But I would not send you there for do not wish to have your blood on my hands.
For reference for other people, I don't know this because I'm now dead. It was Martin Winfield.
Mm.
It's a friend of Van Hoevelen, who was the gentleman who
Yeah.
was interested in things under the Sphinx, and he's with the Clive expedition, or he was.
Yep. And that's how he found out about Queen Nitocris.
That would seem to be the primary lead.
Mm.
Find some way to get in touch with Winfield, find out what he knows, and then that will give us some direction as to what to do, where to look around the Sphinx.
Did you say the Clive expedition is also funded by the Penhu Foundation?
Yes.
I wonder if their funding's drying up.
Well, they do have a new benefactor
Yes.
who drives a black Rolls-Royce.
I do.
And also owns cotton plantations.
Who are you talking
Which is
about?
far and wide in this city.
Omar al-Shakti.
I have heard his name. He is a respected businessman in Cairo.
He is not just a businessman. He's a public face of the Brotherhood.
How would you know that?
I have eyes and ears in the city.
He's a powerful man.
He is. That's what
Much-
allows him to do what he does. We've heard stories of women vanishing from his estate. He has an interest in antiquities. He's been in contact with the Clive expedition. It was one of his men who has been following my new friends here. You can put those pieces together. It's not too much of a leap.
It is not. Nothing surprises me these days. He says, rubbing his forehead. A man of his means and power and influence is a deadly enemy indeed. I would not be forthcoming in voicing those suspicions to anybody.
No. Well, it's my belief that it's he's responsible for the deaths of my friend's friends.
Do you have good evidence?
No. Circumstantial evidence.
You'll probably need more than that.
I don't think so. I'm not planning on trying him in a court of law.
The laws here in Egypt will not look kindly upon any vigilantism, especially without any proof.
I think that's pretty much the case everywhere, isn't it? Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. I think it's the Sphinx we need to concentrate on. Because if we can't get to Al-Shakti, getting to those artifacts put a spanner in his works somewhat. So, gentlemen, how do we get in contact with the man at the Clive expedition? Does he come back here occasionally, or is he out there for good? Assuming you've burned your bridges with Van Hoevelen.
I think we have.
We could probably get some information out of him, but it wouldn't be pretty.
I would rather we didn't head out to the Clive expedition ourselves. We could try and get word to Winfield if he's an innocent when it comes to the Brotherhood. We could offer him money to help fund his own expedition to uncover whatever lies beneath the Sphinx. If that's his great passion and interest, that might bring him back to Cairo.
I don't think he comes back as per habit, so we will need something. Could work.
What would this man Winfield do for you?
Well, hopefully he's got some inside information on where to be looking for where this temple might be located. Can't have us just going ferreting around the foot of the Sphinx. I think the chances of us stumbling upon it would be fairly remote.
Can he be trusted if he works for the Clive expedition?
No, so we can trust anybody. Maybe we could do some additional research ourselves. I'll look at my museum-based friend. Something else for us to do some research on. That might be our first stop.
We start there.
I would like to thank you for your time, and it would also be judicious of us, I think, to keep in touch in future. Obviously, we do not want to put you, the Mosque of Ibn Tulun, in any further danger. So might there be a way where we could keep into contact discreetly? I think it would serve both our causes if we were to update each other on our progress.
We have a
If
telephone.
anything happens. Sometimes the telephones are
What
intercepted.
magic is this?
People listen in.
So telephones
Connections are
and
made.
cameras.
Telephones and cameras.
Yeah, things that exist. Do we need to remember?
He scribbles the telephone number onto a piece of paper and hands it to you. This is my own private
Okay.
number. Please do not divulge it to anyone else.
It does not go through a switchboard.
No.
And I will call you from somewhere obscure we need. And if anything happens here, would you let us know? I'll write my name on a piece of paper. You can reach me at the museum.
What do you think I should do about the Watcher?
If you do anything about him, they'll just replace him. I will just be aware that you're being watched and act accordingly.
If we remove one, they will replace him with two more, and on and on.
These just things stand now. They might think that they've got one up on you. They might think they're watching you and you don't know.
They will also have seen you. Will you be in more danger now that they have seen you here?
I don't think we could be in more danger.
They
I
tried
think
to
we've probably
kill
got
everybody
deep
already.
danger.
I think we have to be assume that they're going to try again, and soon. So we should move fast.
Before you go, you have been honest with me, and I feel a bond between us. Allah has blessed me today with your arrival, and I apologise that I was not honest with you. I hope it will reassure you if I show you something. Please, he stands up from his desk.
If he's wearing the girdle.
No, he says he walks over to the back of the office and he pulls back a curtain, and directly behind the curtain is a large iron door. He draws a key from his pocket and opens the door, and you see a stone staircase leading down. Please follow me.
To the others and smile. You like a secret script.
Okay, the stairs descend 12 steps down, and you find yourself in underground, obviously in a cool and dry corridor. It's only about 8 feet long, the corridor, and ends in another door, another sizable metal door like the one you'd already come through. He knocks 3 times on the door and then uses his key to open it. Inside you can see a small chamber. It's a bare room, 20 feet by 15, and it has an arched stone ceiling. And in the centre of the room is a chest. That's the only thing that's in the room, apart from 6 robed ulama, religious zealots, who are all standing around a circle around the chest, holding huge scimitars in front of them. Some of them look like they could be more than 10 decades old, and they are all meditating. As you approach, the lead ulama's eyes flick open, and he smiles as he sees his Nazir. The Nazir says, "You see, the girdle is well guarded."
So we see. That's reassuring, Nazir.
I hope it's enough.
Is it also hidden here? Not just
Pardon?
from sight, but from far sight?
They are well hidden. There are sacred places that even the Black Pharaoh cannot see. Please do not fear. These men have spent most of their lives here, guarding the girdle. They are at one with Allah and have seen from 9 decades and more. Nessim Efti points to the one at the front, holds the sword of Akmala, a sacred weapon. Legend has it that the bearer of that scimitar has never been defeated. We are not defenceless scholars, do not worry.
Well, certainly reassured. So you're doing your part. I think, gentlemen, we need to go and do ours.
I agree, Nazir. Thank you for showing us this. Perhaps we should take our leave of you and we can make progress of our own.
Could you suggest a way out of here, far from the prying eyes? Is there a less obvious route?
Yeah, he lets you out through the back door, which will be out of view of anybody that's watching the actual mosque itself. It has been a pleasure speaking to you. I wish you all the best in your ongoing endeavours. Do not worry about us here. We will do our utmost.
I
The
don't doubt
girdle
it.
is well guarded.
Shake his hand.
He shakes all of your hands.
Good luck to us all.
May Allah smile upon you.
Thank you.
Closes the door softly, and you're left standing outside in the sweltering heat.
Oh, they're so screwed.
Okay.
Scimitars against guns.
Knife kills just as surely as a grenade. It's just a question of scale.
Well, distance is a factor, though, isn't it?
Didn't look like a big enough room. I back him.
Well, I hope so. But he's right. I think it's safer there than it is with us at the moment.
Yeah, just a bit. What we need to do now?
Well, I was slightly concerned for a second there we were going to be seeing the Ark of the Covenant rather than...
We need to get the others and put them in that room.
Yeah.
Well, putting them together is perhaps not the
Probably
wisest.
not.
But if we could get one more,
Yeah.
Well, what's our next move? Is it to hit the books again to try and find out more about the Sphinx and try and get a lead on where we might find these secret passages?
Right. Books first, and then our Clive expedition contact if we don't get any joy.
yeah.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to head back to the museum, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Being really, really careful that we're not being followed or
Okay.
I'm thinking
start doing. Sorry, I was going to say, make sure that like when we walk past alleyways and stuff, we are on the other side of the road to alleyways so that people can't jump out on us, that kind of thing.
Okay. So extra vigilance and extra precautions taken at all times.
At all times, yes. Assume we're going to be attacked. Avoid quiet streets, etc., etc.
Okay.
So
By the time
lucky, can we assume the Brotherhood knows us?
They've known
You and
you.
I, that is.
We've been seen. So, yes, they were watching from the tower when we walked into the asylum. So, yeah.
We've seen a few people with Jacob and Bet.
I would assume 100%. I can't say that they would be 100%. I'm going to assume that they know damn well who we are.
You'll have been seen associating with us, I'm sure.
It would be foolish to assume otherwise.
Too late for you, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, that is life. Thought I'd ask the question.
Okay, so you take the short taxi journey back to the Egyptian Museum, and presently you're pleased to be out of the late afternoon sun as you make your way through the past the dusky rose facade of the building. The impressive broad front steps and the ancient statues of pharaohs flanking those steps. Into the entrance hall, where the familiar towering statues of Ramses and Sekhmet stand. There's also quite a few tourists wandering about. Presently, you are back below the below the floor level. So down in Wilfred's office.
Yeah, it's just occurred to me. I've been to this museum in real life.
Together.
Oh, so have I. Yeah. Yeah.
You thought you recognised it.
Did you speak to Dr. Kafur by any chance?
Yeah. He's getting on a bit now, but
That's where a lot of Tutankhamun's stuff is.
yeah.
A
lot of Egyptian stuff's in there.
There's a lot of Egyptian
there is a lot of Egyptian stuff in there, funnily enough. Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the mask. Yeah, the gold masks there.
Well, that's great news, because if it's still there in the 21st century, we succeeded.
Actually, I remember seeing a necklace there as well.
Okay.
And if
Yeah,
you
so
go
you're
down low floor
You're in the
level,
basement level in
Oh, man.
Wilfred's office.
Wilfred, I'm thinking that all these artifacts that Jacob and Bert have dropped off here, might be sensible to move them around the stores a little bit so that they are harder to find.
Yes. We do have
They're
them.
actually kept in a vault at the
placed.
moment.
Yeah, how many
That's where
people have
it's-
access to the vault?
You.
About not very many. Kafor is in charge of the vault, so you've got Wilfred, and then there are two others.
I say you take them out the vault and put them in amongst the collections.
Hide them in plain
sight.
Exactly.
The most mundane, conspicuous crates possible.
Yeah, bury them. Because if they know we're spending time here, what if they take Kafur and torture him for the information or use magic on him?
I would agree. Which brings me to another delicate question I might ask you, Jacob. But Dr. Kafur told me about an artifact that you brought to him, or it may have been Professor Baker, that aids in casting spells and magical capacity. It was a wooden scepter, the scepter of Nyambi. Do you still have that?
My
It
good
would
friend,
be very useful for me.
I will produce the scepter and give it to Wilfred.
Useful for you, Wilfred?
Indeed, I am able to cast some minor magical spells. They come at a cost, but if what Dr. Ford told me about the scepter is true, that will aid us in that process.
What does it do?
It increases your capacity to channel magical energies. So, for example, the cost to yourself that casting all spells is quite draining, but this gives you extra sustenance, as it were, being able to cast more each day, which is a very powerful and useful object.
Indeed. Interesting. So kind of like a extended ammunition for a machine gun then.
Yes, or
Or a
a few
battery.
more batteries for your torch.
I prefer my analogy.
Yes,
Wow.
if it is okay with everyone here, I'd very much like to.
Well, I think you can hold on to it for the time being, seeing as it's not of any
Handed
use to
it.
anybody else.
Yeah, I've handed it to you. I'm absolutely happy. I was going to use it to hit people with.
It's not a rhythm stick.
And also, may I also be told there were pendants being given to you in England that help give you some sort of protection against scrying. Look at one of those. A star.
I look at Jacob.
I'll give you mine for the time being.
Thank you. And I'll look at it. So this is the order of the Watching Star from England.
Yes.
Beautiful object. What a powerful force to protect us against these evil cults. I've long dreamed of setting up an order to protect all the artifacts, the ancient treasures of Egypt. But just one man. What can we do? That is why I mentioned to the Nazir we should all join together. We should all be something like this Order of the Watching Star. It says how Queen Nitocris was defeated in the first place and the Black Pharaoh before her. Too much time we spend living in our own worlds when we should all be a cause together. Otherwise, that is when the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh win, when we are all divided. We should spread the word between like-minded people, and we have met one today.
I think anyone would believe us.
And Nazir did.
Well, we
Dr.
step the day toward forging those alliances.
As you're talking, you hear footsteps approaching your office door, and you recognise the quick step of Dr. Kafur, Wilfred.
I will, in case it isn't him and his footsteps are being mimicked, I will hide the scepter and the star.
Well,
He knocks on the door and opens the door almost simultaneously. Looks
That
inside.
is Dr. Ford, definitely.
You're in here. What have you been up to?
And let him greet him. It's very good to see you, Dr. Ford. May I offer you tea?
Of course. He comes in, closes the door.
I'll get busy having a drink for him. We have had a very productive day.
Indeed.
We've been to the Mosque of Ibn Tulun. and
Oh, yes.
spoken to the museum there. The mosque it is no longer, but it still is a very holy site.
I have heard it is now a sanitarium.
It is that. It is still guarded.
And
I
what
believe
have you found there?
we have made an ally today. We believe that is where the girdle, the third artifact, is being kept and being guarded. The guards look very powerful to me.
How did you learn such a thing?
He spoke to the Nazir.
He was foolish in telling you. How would he know you? He would not be able to trust you. If it is that easy, then the Brotherhood will soon have it.
I believe maybe he is a good judge of character. Leap of faith.
I think it may be safer with them than it might be with us.
I cannot deny that. I do
Maybe
not
some of
feel
us
safe
should
even here.
meet. Maybe
I
one
am
day you
happy to
should
meet
meet him.
I feel I have maybe met Nazir El-Dahabi maybe once or twice, but I cannot remember him. I today myself have made an interesting discovery. The French engineer and Egyptologist Emile Berets has been engaged, as you probably know, William, by the Antiquities Service to conduct the restoration of the Great Sphinx, clearing the sand, repairing the fissures, stabilizing the base. The work should have started weeks ago, but it has not. It has not begun. No official delay, no explanation, just silence. I have today spoken to a clerk this morning to try and understand why the work has not commenced, and amongst the many rumours, equipment failures, lost permits, I have heard tales even of the sand shifting on its own in the night. It has come to light that a certain amount of money has been used to discourage the works, and they will take place later in the year. Who do you think was behind the money?
Wouldn't be our friend and benefactor with an interest in plantations, would it?
Mr. El Shakti, of course. Indeed, it seems he has a vested interest in ensuring that no one's poking around the Sphinx. Now, what do you make of that?
I actually want to poke around in the Sphinx quite a bit more than I did before.
Precisely.
Has Perez been able to investigate the Sphinx at all, or has he been kept away from it completely?
It is the latter. He has not been able to investigate at all.
Is it guarded? Would we be able to gain access?
No, it is not guarded, no. It is still open to the public.
They're preventing works now, probably, but they might not have gone in yet. There might be still time for us to swoop.
Or maybe
we need to try and find access to whatever's under there. I don't know if we can. I don't think we're likely to find it just by stumbling around the site, are we? We need some kind of
we need help.
some kind of information.
Well,
obviously, Perez isn't going to be a source of that information if he's been kept away from it.
Well, the books, gentlemen. We're not following through on our plan. Check the books.
Yes.
And that hopefully will give us an indication of where to start looking.
Well, there's no time like the present, is there?
Well, I'd like a coffee, Wilfred, before we get into it.
Shall I get on that? Because I ain't helping with the books.
Maybe I should have a pot down here instead of having to go upstairs all the time. And another chair. Maybe another desk.
I have other work to attend to. I will be in my office, Wilfred, if you need me.
Thank you.
Well, as I say, Bert, you don't have to be good, just lucky. Perhaps you could help us.
Yeah, might learn something.
Every day's a school day.
It's moving on towards kind of closing time for the museum, so you can hear the noise above becomes quieter as the majority of tourists leave the building.
Wilfred, can I maybe suggest that you give Jacob his star back?
Yes, of course. Do that.
Was there anything else that either Douglas or Howard had that we haven't? What about didn't Douglas wear the Starstone?
Yeah, Bert's got the Starstone.
Bert's got Starstone.
Okay. There are two other stars that
as well.
you've got those as well. Bert's got everything pretty much, I think.
Yeah, I think Howard or Douglas had a bronze star. Is that correct? And Howard had a silver one?
No, I had a wood one.
Wooden one. Oh, okay.
We've got two
Yes.
wooden ones
So-
and
Two
one
wooden ones,
metal and one metal one. So if I give
Okay,
Lucky
yeah.
and Wilfred, the wooden ones.
Yeah. What would I call it? As a wooden star of what?
It's the
Of watchfulness.
Order of the Watching Star. Order of the Watching Star. That prevents against scrying.
Excellent. I shall wear that.
Mm-hmm.
The reason Wilfred was confused about the names. They said whether it was Martin Winfield or James Gardner. Because James Gardner was of the Clive expedition, and he had previously visited me at the museum here, demanding to know what we had about tunnels and passageways underneath the pyramids and the Sphinx. He was convinced that there was a city hidden under there.
Okay. Well, I haven't heard his
So
name before.
where James Gardner is now, a Scot, I believe, an archaeologist.
He's still, as far as he's still part of the expedition.
Yeah, and
He
so he's
when they
went
got
south
here.
with Clive.
Yeah, correct. They dug at Giza, and then after the mummy was stolen, they went to Memphis.
So Winfield and Gardner both went to Memphis.
Yeah, they're both members of the Clive expedition.
So he was interested in precisely what we need to research now. Did he find anything? Do you know?
No, well, we didn't have anything then, but I didn't spend very long looking for that after he left. But that's certainly something I can look at more that we need to know now.
So is your plan then to research what the area around the Sphinx and the three pyramids there to see about underground passages, etc.? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bear with me. Okay, are you all researching?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Even me.
even you.
So I will
You
direct
Hold the
people
book the other way
through-
up, Alfred.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Good to have a friend as well.
If we need to go to other parts of the museum and libraries, then I will suggest the best places for everyone to look.
Okay.
And any of the tomes that Jacob and Bert have brought along, if they're specific to Egypt, it'd be worth looking those also.
Right, you're drinking your coffee in preparation for the mammoth session of study. When Wilfred, you come out of your office and you see one of the museum staff comes down the staircase and says, "Wilfred, is Dr. Kafur in his office?
Should be, yes.
Do you have
Spoke to
gentlemen
him
here
not so long ago.
by the name of Mr. Lockhart and Mr. Briggs?"
That would be us.
I think I saw them earlier.
There is a dragoman in the museum reception who's asking for them. Says he has something really important that he needs to talk to them about. I tried to explain that we are closing, but he was quite insistent.
No
Did
problem.
he give
no
his
problem at
name?
all, look.
His name was Mahmood.
Jacob and I will go speak to him. Not a problem.
Show us where we can find him.
Okay, you're going to follow her upstairs.
Want us to come? Looking at Lucky.
Oh, is that again? I missed that.
A dragoman has appeared.
I heard that bit. I heard all that, but I missed the bit that you just said to me.
Okay. Should we go also? See what this
Why
is
not?
about?
Why not?
Perhaps keep a distance in case he's arrived with the scarab beetle.
Well, reason to be closer, wouldn't it? Help out.
Mm.
Oh, well, let's hear what he's got to say.
I'm worried that maybe the Brotherhood are able to impersonate people. Is this my paranoia? Was that Dr. Kafur?
Well, perhaps don't share what we learn with anybody except the four of us then. Although I've never heard
We
of...
must keep together at all times. We
Okay,
must never go
Catch up with them. Let's catch up with them then.
Okay, you head up to the the hotel, it's museum, the museum lobby, and you see a rather agitated, the agitated, lanky figure of Mahmood, and he comes rushing over to you both of you. Fendi, I'm so sorry that I have not seen you, but terrible things have happened.
Please
I have
go
heard,
on.
I've heard the news about your friends. It is terrible, but they have killed someone else. Faraz Najjar, he is dead.
How?
I found him in an alley by his mosque. They got to him too. The Brotherhood. I am worried they will come for me. I have done nothing, but they have seen me with you. I fear for my life. I'm sorry I ran away, but I did not know what to do.
Is there somewhere else?
He thrusts something into your hand, Jacob. It's a silver necklace. Faraz told me to give this to you. He told me to bring it to those that brought you to me. He said it protects you from the night beasts. Here, have it. I must go before they see me.
Mahmood, thank you. Thank you for warning us. Is there somewhere you can go to be safer? Perhaps leave Cairo for a while?
He turns and says, yes, a long way from you, Effendi. And he runs out of the door.
Have a look at this silver necklace that he's thrust into my hand.
Okay. It's a necklace of silver and jet with a large opal in the centre. That is all. It is nothing other than that. Nothing unusual about it.
Just using my appraise skill, can I find anything more about it in terms of sort of age or how it's been manufactured?
Mm-hmm. Okay, on closer inspection, and looking for the hallmark on the silver, it doesn't have one. And actually, you're not even sure whether it is silver. And actually, you're not even sure whether it is an opal. In fact, the stone itself, well, even though it looks like an opal, it kind of shimmers in such a way that you've never really seen anything like this before. Its colour seems to change depending on which way you hold it to the light. Something quite odd.
I'll share that with the others.
So we should look at this further downstairs.
May I? I'll put my hand out.
By all means, have a look. What did he mean? Protects from the night beasts?
Doesn't sound good.
There are rumours of creatures that fly in the desert, unnatural creatures that fly in the desert at night. Perhaps this is what it protects against.
You having a look at it, are you?
Yes.
Can you roll percentile dice for me?
Oh, 1.
Joking.
Lucky Leech rolls 1.
Smashed it. Hold on a sec.
Absolutely useless. I'll keep it.
Yeah.
In fact, you've got the trading card of this. Definitely shiny.
Press it just here.
You gonna go back downstairs whilst you're looking at it, or are you just gonna?
Walking down, but looks familiar. Very familiar.
We should be careful how we handle this, though. Also, I would like this to have been a boon for us, delivered by man Mahmood. There was also the possibility that the Brotherhood have got to him and forced him to deliver it.
I'll let you know in a minute.
It'd be a poison chalice.
That's definitely a necklace.
Okay, you have. I have imparted the information. In fact, Lucky Leech is aware of the information. If he wants to impart it, it's up to him.
It is exactly as I said. It protects from creatures of the night that might seek you out. It is magical. So of great value if you were to be hunted.
The creatures that killed the cultists in the desert.
Well, we don't know what that was. Who that was, do we? Well, I'll hand it back to Jacob. So, if you've heard of such a thing, it will protect you from hunting horrors. Is that something you're familiar with? I'll provide you with a description of what a hunting horror is.
Did we see those at Mizar House, Darren?
Okay, so from the description that Lucky gives you, you recognise the thing that killed
Come on.
One of the very many Fitzwarrens that have died.
Yeah, the first Fitzwarren. I can't remember his name. That's really bad.
Nearly killed me as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
No, not that thing. The thing that was when you were burying the body. The thing out in the field.
Get him in the field.
Yeah.
The one that was
Oh,
only
that
after
one.
Stanton.
The other
that's
one was
it.
the other thing was a Bayaki, wasn't it? Did you say?
Correct. Yeah. So that description that Tommy Leach has just given you is exactly what took Fitzwarren the first. What was his first name, Adam?
Stanton.
Stanton.
Thank you, Stanton. I didn't hear it.
Yes.
He said to me, though.
Winged servants of Nyarlathotep.
Yes, I think one of our former colleagues fell to one of those evil creatures.
Wow.
Does it protect one?
It
does it
sought
work?
him out and him alone.
Well, might I suggest then that you wear it, and if a hunting horror ever comes calling, and it doesn't appear to be going for you, you throw it to the person that is being hunted down. Foil its attentions.
They could put
Can
some
you
on the
remind
necklace.
me?
You're gonna wear it?
How
Yeah.
this, this Stanton was attacked and targeted?
He opened a scroll, which seemed to curse him, and ever since I think it was connected with that.
So the scroll put a target on his back.
I think so.
I'll have to do some reading and see if there are other ways that you could be targeted. Something for us to watch out for.
Okay. Anyway, you make your way back down to the basement, and you can commence your researches. Are you going to do what you did last time, like just spend the most of the night trying to research?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll have to take breaks every now and again.
I'll go up to
and keep
Lucky
ourselves fresh.
and say, I don't know how much help we're going to be, Lucky, but why don't you have a butcher's at this instead? And I'll give him Douglas's notes so he can bring himself up to speed.
Oh, excellent. That'll come in really handy. I'll take them.
Okay. You're going to read through those whilst the rest of them are.
Yeah. Thanks, Bert.
No problem. It's been a long old road, and you join in. Well, I'd like to think near the end, but probably close to the beginning. So this is what's happened so far, as it were.
The end of the beginning?
I don't know what I know. Just crack on.
And any notes about all the various tomes as well, as we are looking after here? Any of your former colleagues, do you have their journals also?
It's just Douglas's notes, I think.
Yes, excellent. Is anybody else taken over responsibility for keeping these up to date?
Well, we're talking earlier about things that have been left behind. Howard would have had journals, and I think you gave Howard Stanton's journals where he was making notes from the books that he was researching. So with Howard's items in the hotel room would be there.
Jacob, Bert, give us all your information.
Yeah. Okay. Here you go. Here's all the notes.
Well,
They'll be in the hotel room. I don't think I'll be carrying them around.
No.
No.
Next time you're in the hotel, just assume that the information has been passed on.
Right. Okay. So you spend some time hitting the books again. Everybody, make a roll, please. Well,
Not me.
Other than Lucky, because he's too busy updating himself on other stuff.
Okay. Library use.
Yes, please.
Jacob has just hard success.
Oh my goodness me. I get lost in my own museum sometimes.
You get a bonus die, don't you? Because it's your library room from last time.
It's good because 89 is not a good roll for me. That bonus die brings it to a hard
39.
success.
Okay.
89.
Both hard successes. Okay. You spend a good few hours researching, trying to find, and to be honest with you, you find a lot of books that reference rumours to passageways beneath the pyramids at Giza and the Sphinx, but that's all it is. Literally just like a reference, and most of them are kind of poo-pooed as being It's just like hearsay or legend that has no kind of basis. But you do alight upon one book between you, like sort of a similar at the same time, where you're looking. Gives you a little bit more information. It shows you that there are some burial shafts around the Sphinx and the pyramids at Giza, and it gives you the location of 3 of them. And basically it just says that they are vertical shafts that lead down below the sands there. But most archaeologists have just dismissed them as being exactly what they are, just shafts where dead bodies are dropped down. But there is one particular tome that says that talks of somebody's experience in the late 1800s, who fell down a shaft and found it to lead to some passageways before being spooked and scrambling back out again. But it was dismissed as being to somebody who was either intoxicated or had wandered too far from the Mina Hotel where he was staying. Nobody really kind of paid any credence to it, but that reference is the only thing that you can find in any of the books that you have.
Confirmation, but any details of where shaft might be?
No, not really. But the account seems to suggest that there are 2 or 3 that are quite close by to the pyramids. The 3 pyramids and the Sphinx at Giza, you've already been there, I guess, in real life, but they're really quite close together, aren't they?
I've not been.
I know Simon has been.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a particular place of note.
So in essence, you haven't really found a huge amount, but you feel like you did when you were researching previously, when you were asked to by Gardner, that there isn't really anything other than rumour.
Does it give locations for these shafts?
All it says is just in the proximity of the pyramids. Yeah. In close proximity, it actually says.
To the pyramids, yeah. I mean, the Sphinx isn't that close, but it's closer enough.
Let's have a look. I'll just see if I can just double check this for you, make sure I'm giving you the right information.
Yeah, quite likely somewhere that Emil Perez is being kept away from.
It was hard successes that you both got, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There's one reference to the shafts flanking the Sphinx, and then there's another reference to one that's closer to the period of Mycinurus. The Sphinx is about, I think, looking at it's about 500 yards from the pyramids.
The pyramid of Mycinurus, we've heard of that before.
Yeah, that's where the body of Nyarlathotep was found.
Yeah. Maybe we go there first. Well, you know what? Maybe not, because that's where they found the body, but they conduct their rituals somewhere else than near the Sphinx. So we try the Sphinx first. What do you say, Jacob? That makes sense to you?
I think so. There's nothing that actually. I mean, we know one of these shafts was found to lead to passages, but we don't know which one, do we?
Jacob, you're getting flashbacks to the small pyramid in Peru that you went to with the shafts that went down.
Seems something of a long shot.
I would suggest we go and check out the pyramid rather than the Sphinx. I've been there before when I saw things.
Sphinx or the pyramid?
The pyramid.
What things?
Figures in the dunes, not natural things. They look like men, but one had the head of a cat, one a bull, ibis. Didn't stick around to find out what they really were. But if there's things like that around there, I can guarantee there's more.
It's during daylight hours or at night?
No, that was at night. Kind of work I do, it's not usually conducted in the daytime. That was only last month as well. So they're active there.
You remember the state of the moon that night?
Kind of wasn't paying too much attention at that point.
Well, we could possibly.
You could work it. You could work it back. I can tell you the date, and you can look it up. But there's things out there, so we're going to have to be prepared. You can take your new stick, Wilfred.
Certainly will.
Maybe we go look during the day. Be easier to find the shafts if there's something there. Less active.
Yeah. Early in the
We'll
morning.
be able to see who's following us as well.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about 10 in the evening now. Kind of finish your research. Kafur has long gone home. What would you like
Do we
to
stay here tonight and then venture out to the pyramid?
I think maybe at dawn.
Yeah.
It would be cooler, be fewer people around.
Dawn or just before
I like the idea of cooler.
that we get there.
First thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so you're going to stay in the museum. Where are you staying?
I'm going home.
Oh, you're going back home. Okay. You're going to the rest of the. You're going to sleep in one of the offices or on the couch.
Sleep in the office just like we did before.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a little cot in the corner of my office.
Okay. The hour is approaching kind of 11:15 by the time that Lucky leaves, heads off to his hotel, and you all bed down for the evening. Can I get you to roll percentile dice, please, all of you? Not Lucky though.
I have got a house nearby.
Oh,
Another one.
Wow.
Night for it.
And an 82.
Good. If can beat your age. Oh, yes.
What
it
a
can beat it.
91.
Okay.
Okay, so Wilfred and Albert, you're fast asleep after your day's exertion. Jacob, you're not fast asleep. In fact, you're wide awake because the things are going around in your mind. You're thinking about everything that you've learned over the past couple of... And suddenly you hear a creak from outside. You're aware of the fact that there is a wooden staircase directly outside of the office which leads up to the main museum itself, but also that the stairs lead down to the vault as well. And you hear another creak, and you realise that the steps are actually going down from the landing you're currently on down towards the vault.
I will quickly and as quietly as I can go over to Bert and nudge him awake.
Okay. Can you make
What
a stealth roll, please? You said quickly and quietly.
Yeah. Probably not a success. Right. No, not quite.
Okay, bonus die because you're in a room with a locked door, with a closed door. Okay.
No thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So you move as quiet as you can over to Bert to wake him, but unfortunately, all the floors here are quite old, and the floor that you're on creaks quite alarmingly as you cross the floor to Bert. Anyway, you can wake him up, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Bert, you're suddenly awake. You're suddenly aware of Jacob standing over you.
What is it, Jake? What is it?
I'll whisper to him. I can hear movement on the stairs, and I'll gesture to the door.
I'll pull my pistol out.
Okay. What are you gonna do? You pull your pistol out.
So will I.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look towards the door, towards the stairs. It's a solid door, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Crouch
Basically,
down
the door opens out onto a landing area, from which the stairs lead down to the vault.
Okay, so they might not be coming for us. They might be heading down. I'm going to head to the door and open it and have a look.
I'll follow.
Right, you cross the room, and as you do so, suddenly you're both aware of running footsteps outside. You slightly throw the door open, and in the darkness outside, you can make out two figures that have just sprinted up the stairs from down below, and are sprinting across the landing in front of you towards the stairs that go up to the main lobby. They're about 15 feet away from you, both of them.
What do they look like?
Well, they're men. It's quite dark. Well, it's very dark here, so you can't really see much more than that.
Give chase.
Well, if they're only 15 feet, yeah, they're only 15 feet away.
Yeah, you just basically thrown the door open. You can see the landing in front of you, very dim light, and you can just make out these figures that are just sprinting across the landing towards the stairs.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Run.
Just run after them. Try to tackle them.
Okay. Can you both make dexterity rolls, please?
Oh,
Oh my god! You've written another one.
It's roll 20 malfunctioning in a good way.
Well, I have failed my dexterity roll because I rolled 91, not 01.
well, Wilfred rolled a 91 last time round as well, so we're rolling 91s and ones.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
okay. So you Jacob, you spring out of the doorway across the hallway with such speed that you're basically more or less on the figures before they ascend the staircase going up. So you're directly behind them. What are you going to do?
I'm going to try and trip one from behind.
Okay, make a brawl roll, please.
That's a fail. Not one of my talents, this one.
Okay, I'll give you a bonus die on that because you're coming directly from behind and they didn't, and you sprang across with such speed that they wouldn't have.
No, it doesn't help.
No. Okay, so you try and trip them over, but you kind of grab hold of one of their legs, but they kind of the trouser rips, and they struggle clear and continue up the staircase. One of the one that's next to the one that you grabbed hold of turns round, and you see get him go for something in his pocket. Meanwhile, Bert, you're behind, running across the hallway. You kind of stumbled out of the door as Jacob sprang across, so you're a little bit behind. But you see Jacob try and grab hold of them. One of them struggles free and is now almost at the top of the staircase, whereas the other one has stopped and turned round. And you actually see him pull a knife out.
He pulls a knife. He's pulled a knife on Jacob.
Yeah, he's pulled a knife. Yeah.
Shoot him.
Okay, he's pulled a knife. So let's go to. Just need to double check. Okay, so what? Sorry, I'll check this. Who's got the highest dex out of you two? Just saves me having to look. So
Mine
Jacob,
is- mine's
63.
70.
That'll be you.
Okay. So yours is higher. Okay, and yours is what did you say?
70.
63.
Okay.
Sorry, took it over.
That's fine. And that's cool. But you had the gun ready, didn't you?
I did, yes, I drew it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so therefore you can pull the trigger.
Okay. That is a success. That is a hard success, in fact.
Okay, hold on a second.
23. Hard success.
Right, okay. The bullet finds its mark. Actually, I'm going to be mean here and give you a penalty die because you can't see very well. But actually, looking at it, you're 15 feet away. So is that going to be point blank range? Actually, it's going to be just outside. I think it's just outside of point blank range. So you need to roll a penalty dice because of the low light.
Oh, you know what? I haven't got a 45 written on my weapon stat block. I do have one, but I haven't got it written down. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Yes,
roll
so
penalty.
yes, point blank range is 15, and
Yeah.
it's 1d10 plus 2 for a 45.
Okay. So anyway, here's my penalty die.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And yeah, I've rolled a 1, so that doesn't
Yeah.
improve. Yeah, but yeah, still a hard
so,
success.
so you definitely hit. Okay, roll the damage.
2d10, did you say?
1d10.
No, 1d10 plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's raining ones. It's raining ones.
Just winged him.
Yeah, so
Okay.
3 damage.
Okay, 3 damage. The bullet finds its mark somewhere in the side of the figure, but it doesn't prevent him from trying to bring the knife down on Jacob. But Jacob, you react first. What are you going to do?
Dodge out of the way.
Okay, so you're going to try and run back down the stairs, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. It's cool.
Oh, that is a hard success.
All the ones.
Okay, you run back down the stairs. The figure on the staircase kind of swings, makes a stabbing motion with the dagger that it's holding, but you're long gone before the blow comes to bear. You spring back down the staircase, and he then turns and starts running up the stairs. The other one's disappeared over the top of the staircase. But you are able to get one more shot if you want to at the one before he disappears over the top, or you can move forward. Or what do you want to do?
I will take another shot.
And what does Wilfred? You're now awake with all this commotion outside. What do you want to do?
I will grab the staff of Nyambe and my 45 Webley and run out to see what's going on.
Okay. You're going to fire again, did you say? Yeah.
Yes.
Go on then.
Well, that is a miss. 67. Not good enough.
Right, that bullet smacks into the staircase, and the second assailant, or figure, sorry, the second figure is now out of sight over the top of the stairs, and you can hear heavy footsteps running away down the hallway. What are you all doing?
I'm gonna.
So firstly,
chase.
Bert, you're the first. What are you doing? You just shot. What do you want to do now?
I'll chase after her.
Okay,
Chase after the figure.
you start running forward, full pelt. What about Jacob? What are you doing?
The same.
Excuse me. Sorry, I had a sneezing fit. Okay, you're going to run straight after them as well. And what about you, Wilfred?
Obviously, looking around to see what's happening, what I can see, where people are. So we've got, and I see both of the burglars.
No, you can't see either of them now. You just saw the last one disappear up the stairs okay,
yeah. So I was downstairs in my office, and
yeah,
they were running upstairs. In that case, I will just run full pelt upstairs. And have I seen Bert and Jacob?
yeah. You can see Bert and Jacob running upstairs. You're just going to follow them then,
Okay. Yeah. So they're ahead of me. I'll follow them.
Okay. You get to the. Oh, I can't stop sneezing. Sorry about this. Hold on.
Dusty in the museum.
Wow. Okay, you get to the top of the stairs. Well, what's your move?
Hello, ladies.
7 for me.
Okay, Albert. 6.
Where is it? 7. Sorry, I couldn't find it on the sheet. 7.
It's okay. Dex roll for both, please.
Did I just roll 11 again?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got 37, which is a success.
Okay, is that a hard success for you?
It's an extreme success for me.
Okay, Jacob, you fly up the stairs, and with such speed and grace, by the time you get to the top and hit the ground running, you've almost caught up with them, with the back one, the one that was trying to stab you. In fact, you got close enough that you can try and he's running straight ahead. What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot him.
Okay.
33. That
Point
is
blank.
an
It's
ordinary.
point blank range, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's an ordinary success.
Okay, you got a penalty. You got a bonus start.
Okay, no improvement. Still an ordinary success.
Okay, roll. I'm going to see whether he can't really dodge. He's not going to die for cover either, so he's just going to carry on. Okay, roll damage.
I need to get a heavier weapon.
Ah.
Oh gosh. What?
He's living.
Death
He's
bombs.
living
by
a
1,000 bullets.
Yeah. Okay. The bullet thunks into the back of his leg. It kind of skims the back of his leg, actually. And he kind of stumbles slightly, but carries on running after letting out a shout. Bert, you're further back, but you can have a shot if you want to.
Yes, I will try.
You can only shoot at the back one because the front one's too far away.
Yeah.
Well, you can't see it, basically. Okay.
Oh, well, we've gone away from the 1s and we got into the 2s. So a 2 is going to be a pretty extreme success.
We're going to be up in the 99s next time there's a really major important thing.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty happy with the 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's an impale, isn't it?
It's an impale, yeah.
There's not going to be anything left to interrogate, is there here?
So
maximum damage. So that's going to be
maximum
14,
damage plus
14 plus D10.
No, 12 plus D10 plus 2. Oh yes,
12.
you're right. 14 plus D10. Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
And now I've rolled a 9. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to
23 damage.
We're going to need a Ouija board to interrogate this guy.
Okay.
The museum owner is going to be
And a
annoyed.
mop.
You lower your gun, you take aim, and you fire, but you squeeze the trigger and you hit him right in the back of the head. He goes straight down, blood everywhere. And just convulsing momentarily on the ground, and then that's it.
Did either of them look like they were carrying anything?
One had a knife.
No. Okay.
No.
Doesn't look like they were successful getting anything.
The other, you can Jacob, you can hear the other one running up some more stairs now. What are you going to do? What are you doing?
Wilfred is still running.
Yeah,
I'm
Wilfred.
running, and with the aim to cut off the one that has going to escape.
Okay. You know that he's heading towards the entrance.
Yep.
Okay.
So if we're in a corridor,
Mhm.
that's good news for me. If the place is more open, then I will try to bar his access to the entrance.
What are you doing? Jacob? Are you still following him as well?
Yeah, I'm going to give chase for the remaining one.
Okay. Can you make a luck roll, please, Wilfred?
Oh, 52.
Oh, it's Wilfred. I said sorry.
Oh, sorry. Woo,
That's right.
relief. Not me.
Yeah. No, I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh my goodness me. 79. Come on, fair.
Shit.
You know quite a lot of shortcuts in the museum, quite a lot of ways that you could get to the entrance quicker, but unfortunately you aren't able to take advantage of them with the way that he's going. So the only way you can track him down is literally by following him, because he's run up the stairs, he's running all the way down the hallway, and then you know that there's another set of stairs at the end of that hallway which leads to the entrance. So you basically all you can do is just run as fast as you can. What's your movement rate, Wilfred?
8. As soon as he gets to, say, a doorway or stairs, at any sort of choke point, I will pull out the staff of Nyambi.
Okay, you can see him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So can you make a dex roll, please? And also for you as well, Jacob. Are you still running behind them as well, Bert?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Same for you then.
An ordinary success for my dex roll.
Okay, cool.
Wilfred's dex. Failed. Just.
Okay. And what about you, Bert?
Success.
Okay, so Bert and Jacob, you're more or less level with now, and you're running after the other individual. He's got to the end of that corridor, and he's now going up the final set of stairs that lead to the entrance hallway, and you're like both at the bottom of that staircase, running after him. Wilfred, you're a little bit further behind, but
Can I see the top of the staircase?
No, not yet. No, if you'd made your dex roll, then you would have been able to, but you're not quite close enough. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see somewhere that is in front of him as soon as I get to.
Yeah. You think that your best chance is going to be to get up this staircase, and then you know that the hallway is pretty big, the entrance hall. So he'll have to run quite a long way across from the staircase to the main entrance to get out.
How wide is the hallway? Wide.
How wide is it?
Yeah,
at this point,
wide.
It's really wide, yeah.
50 feet wide or something.
Okay. Right, both of you, well, all of you, roll dex rolls again, please.
Oh, it's a fail this time.
Albert has a success.
Way! Wilfred passed. And it's a hard success.
Okay, Wilfred, you have now gained on the others, so you all pretty much come to the top of the staircase at the same time. You see the one remaining figure. Instead of he's heading towards the front of the building, but he's actually heading towards the windows rather than the main door. So you've all got clear sight of him currently. What are you going to do?
Just shoot him.
So he's heading for a specific window, is he?
Yeah.
In that case, I will hold the staff and mutter.
Hold on a second. We'll do this in order. Whoever's dex is highest. I think.
Yeah,
it's
I guess you're going to be waiting for me to. My dex is 70, so I'm first. Yeah.
And then it's we'll do that one first anyway. So Bert, you squeeze the trigger. Yeah. That's a hit, is it? That
is a hit, yeah.
Do you roll twice then?
Yeah, but the first one's all right. I'm all good.
Okay, cool. Righty-ho. Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah, just what I should have been. 5.
Okay. Okay, he's still standing. The bullet tunks into his back. You hear a expression of pain as he stumbles forward, but he's still running towards the window. Who's got the highest dex out of the remaining two?
63.
50.
Okay.
I'm 50.
I will shoot. It's a miss.
Okay. That bullet crashes into the wall of the museum. Okay, so what do you need to do? Wilfred.
Hold the staff, concentrate at the window.
Yes.
And in front of the window, I'll say, the mists of our lave will block your path. Do not cross through. And as I do so, some dark mist starts forming in a cloud that is 10 feet high, 15
Okay.
feet wide in front of the window, and the mist moves and sort of round in a swirling pattern in front of him, and it's quite clear that he can see it.
Okay, the potential escapee, seeing this terrible turn of events, turns round in utter panic, and you see him turns to look back at you. You can kind of see him now. He's dressed in loose-fitting Egyptian clothes, quite and dark with a hood. But there isn't really anything else from this distance that you can see that will make him out, other than he's obviously an Egyptian male. But he now is turning back, and whatever it is that you've just summoned has made him move back away from the windows, and he's kind of almost standing, not really knowing what to do next. What are you going to do?
Well,
the three of you.
Shout at him. Stop where you are, on your knees, or we will feed you to the mists, and you will never be seen again. Your soul will be eaten by the creatures that lay within. Lie down on the floor now.
I'll prominently aim my gun at him, hoping to intimidate him.
I'll keep walking forward with my gun by my side. Do what we ask. Your family will never see or hear of you again.
Okay, he crouches down in front of. He stops and then crouches with his head down. Are you going to walk
Put your
towards
arms
him?
out by his side.
He puts his
Put your
arms
arms
out.
out. Lie down on the floor, face down.
Okay. He moves to lie down, and he suddenly springs forward. He shouts, "Nyarlathotep!" and springs straight forward in your direction with a knife drawn.
Shoot him.
Shoot him.
What are you doing?
I will shoot him.
Okay. Make a roll.
It's a success.
Okay.
11 damage.
Okay, you shoot.
He might actually feel that for once.
Your aim is true. The bullet thunks into his chest, spins him fully round. The knife flies from his hand, blood sprays in a circle, and he kind of does this weird pirouette and then collapses on the ground.
Nice try, Wilfred.
Well done, Bert.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think we know who sent them. But what were they doing? Where were they going
Touch.
when you found them?
Search this one. I'll go back to the other one, find out if we've got anything on him.
They were
I'll be
heading
quicker.
downstairs.
Yeah.
I'll search one. See if
See if they've got what they wanted, or whether they got disturbed. Well, let's be quick about it. We've got 2 bodies we need to hide, and hide well.
We'll find out what they have on. We'll find out what they had on them next time.
Normally the only bodies in a museum are of the long dead type, but now we've got 2 fresh ones. Don't think they'll be going on display anytime soon. We'll have to hide those. Well, please join us next week on Steady Rolling Man Presents The Masks of Nyarlathotep.